What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Monster, man, back with another video, man. Please hit the subscribe button, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for tuning in again. Been gone for a couple of days. I actually been getting ready for a wedding. It's not my wedding. My cousin getting ready for her wedding, so we just I'm trying to, get something to wear and running around. It's just a big thing. Working at the same time and trying to get in on cryptocurrencies, It's crazy. I've been busy. Thank God I've been busy. But yeah, thank y'all, man. Hit that subscribe button, man. We back. So today, man, we're gonna be talking about Jon Gruden, ex-coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. Had some pretty bad things to say about a few people in an email, apparently. So what we're gonna do is I have audio here, like I always do. Of the More Than an Athlete guys, Chad Johnson, Ocho, Brandon Marshall, and they're speaking about. I'm not going to play the video here, just going to play the audio. And they're kind of going over exactly what happened, and we're going to talk about this. So let's get right into it, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hit the subscribe button.
All of us know that the Washington football team has been under investigation, obviously, after more than 40 former female employees complained of a long-running sexual harassment and misconduct under Daniel Snyder and everything that was going on over there. Yeah. And there were maybe 650,000 emails. Mm-hmm. And the only person that got in trouble based on some of the things that they said was Jon Gruden. Obviously talking about Jamar Smith, his lips. Mm-hmm. Talking about the gays. Obviously at that time was Michael Sam. Yeah. The LGBT. I wouldn't be drafting or queer like that.
Misogynistic.
The
female referee.
He offended and disrespected every community. All 2021, going back to 2010, maybe even before that to 2018.
And not only that, obviously.
Say he wouldn't draft a queer. Yeah, that's big trouble nowadays. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where they could talk like that. I wonder how did the emails leak and 200. They say 250 emails.
There was some other stuff that came out with Adam Schefter having to approve some stuff that he was going to put out and send it to Bruce Allen and some other higher execs to make sure it was written the right way. Tweaking it.
What?
Yeah.
This is what they do?
Yeah, that's Adam Schefter came out in the email as well. Bruce Allen making fun of the motherfucking Rooney Rule, saying, well, since they have a Rooney Rule, maybe I should make a Lincoln Rule. Obviously saying they should have some for white coaches. And obviously, I think it just happened to be that Jon Gruden got in trouble for some of the things he said.
So the Rooney Rule, not too familiar with it, so let me look it up here. I think it has something to do with African Americans, and the NFL is something that allows them to get opportunities in the NFL. I think it's called the Rooney Rule, and apparently he has something smart to say about the Rooney Rule. Let me just make sure I'm correct. Okay, so it says, adopted in 2013, the Rooney Rule is an NFL policy requiring every team with a head coach vacancy to interview at least one or more diverse candidates. So yeah, that's what it is. Diverse candidates, it means basically you can't just interview white people. So apparently, God came out and kind of said a smart remark about the Rooney Rule. This is how this is how a lot of these people feel behind closed doors. You know what I'm saying? And once again, people act crazy when we don't trust this country. We know how people really feel. For some reason, the news act like they don't know. Or, I don't know why they do that. But let's continue to read. It says the Rooney Rule is named after the late former Pittsburgh Steelers owner and chairman of the league's diversity committee, Dan Rooney. Shout out to Dan Rooney. Rest in peace to Dan Rooney for the Rooney Rule. Greatly appreciated, brother. So yeah, it's basically a rule that says the NFL has to interview other candidates. Just interview. It doesn't say they got to hire us. Just interview, which is nothing. Still nothing really guaranteed behind that rule. And they even got a problem about that, apparently. Behind closed doors. We know how the NFL is, how they did, Kaepernick. He just took a knee and they, we don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother thing, man. So let's continue to play some of this audio.
It was racist, but I don't think he's the only one that feels that way. I think in its entirety, maybe not all the owners, but I think a large majority of them feel the same way that Gruden feels, which is why none of the emails, rest of them haven't been released. The NFLPA would like all of them to be released.
It's not going to happen.
Huh?
It's not going to happen.
Why is it? It's going to happen because
it can happen.
What you mean it's happening? Hold on. But he said it's not.
Okay, so can you imagine if those other 250 emails got released instead of the one that just exposed Jon Gruden? See, can you imagine if all of them released? What we would find out? How these people really feel? We already know in the back of our minds. How they feel about us is a sad thing. We can be the show, but we can't run the show. It's basically how they feel. NFL players make good money, but it's peanuts compared to what the owners make. And that's why when certain guys hold out on contracts and they don't, they're not happy with the money they're getting. I'm all for that. Get all the money you can get because they're just using you anyway. You're getting money and it's a great job, but compared to what they're getting, get all you can get. You never know what's gonna happen to you, man. Injuries, all kind of shit. Let's get back.
They control everything.
We're talking about
Not when it's a lawsuit, though.
No, how many times have you heard, right?
How many times have you ever heard
in a lawsuit? Even guys on the street, if they got a bag, they're having to make charges go away. We're talking about $1 billion. Billions of bags.
All right, but only thing
that they going away. They got who they wanted.
No. That's a state.
Listen.
They got what they wanted. I was at 650,000 emails. Only Jon Gruden.
It's like
650,000
on the email. If we dog, you know what I'm saying? Gruden. He's
hey, man, I say them niggas picture of them chilling, you like them titties?
Right. But no. We don't talk like we don't talk about that.
Make sure you keep these. If you
in the middle of the night, let's keep it 1,000. In the locker room, it's different from my dad. She got a fat ass.
That's different between locker room talk.
Ain't no difference in the email. I'm not condoning what he did. He fucked up.
But it's a big difference though.
He got what he got, and he deserved it.
But it's a big difference though.
But if he on the email, he's a victim of collateral damage. He fucked up what he did. That's like anybody else in this entire country talking on an email or a text message that translates to an email with a dog.
Well, first of all,
you're not talking about
legal binding.
Just like a text, but when you have a text message that holds your email address that transfers to the email, it's just technology. He got caught up on that. I'm not condoning it.
Just hear me out for 1 second.
But you got homeboys, you say, damn.
Yeah, man, you can send it to I can send you a text about Joe Blow right here. Boom. I can send it to you.
But how many times?
Just hit me out.
How many times?
Don't say let me finish.
Just hit me out. That's a safe word in the show.
All right, let me finish. Boom. I send it to you. Boom. That's Joe Blow. But when it comes to employees inside the building,
the ones running the show at that,
that's different.
That is a different story.
That's different.
Because you're talking a certain tone.
Yeah.
So
That's very
two
different.
So it ain't the same in the locker room.
It's two different.
Man, you done hit a chick, and I say, hey, look, man.
It's very different because the infrastructure is supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be even. It's supposed to be even playing field, and this is what America is supposed to be. So, it's a difference if two employees talking like that versus the two bosses or the CEOs of the company talking like that. If it's two employees talking like that, you can kind of just, it really don't mean a lot. You can get rid of them or whatever, but when the bosses is talking like this, it says something because they run it. And if they're running it, then this is their opinion, and this is probably something that they're pushing throughout the inner sanctum of the organization. You know what I'm saying? And which is why a lot of times, you hear about all the time, black coaches don't get a lot of, jobs. They get one shot and then they're gone. But, like, for instance, the guy who's coaching the Detroit Lions, I'm from Detroit. He's coaching the Detroit Lions, man. He shouldn't have a job. He was actually a part of the Detroit Lions team when they went, I think they went 0-16. How he get another job? How he back? How he back? I think Marv Lewis is out of is free. Why you ain't got Marv Lewis, sir? I mean, anybody. I mean, let Deion Sanders go down there. He coaching college. Why ain't nobody try to get Deion? I mean, I think the players will listen to Deion. Deion is Deion. I mean, and the guy who the Lions had last year with the pencil in his ear. I forgot his name already. I didn't like him. Terrible. And he already got a new job. He back. I think he back in New England or whatever. But some of these people who got these jobs don't deserve it. That's like the guy who's coaching the Cowboys. He don't deserve that job. He don't deserve that job. I thought Pete Carroll should have been fired. After he destroyed, after he blew the Super Bowl because he had something personal against Marshawn Lynch. And he didn't want to call a handoff play for Marshawn Lynch to run and get that touchdown so he could be Super Bowl MVP. And he caught a bozo play to pass the ball, and they got intercepted, and it cost you the Super Bowl. He should have been fired because they should have ran that ball and won that Super Bowl, and everybody would have still been happy. The camaraderie would have still been with that team, and the Seattle Seahawks probably could have won another Super Bowl. They probably could have got 3 Super Bowls out of that LOB, that Legion of Boom. That defense they had. That defense was one of the best defenses ever, and Pete Carroll blew it because he had something against Marshawn Lynch. Now, I'm not saying he's racist, but I don't know. What can you have against Marshawn Lynch when he's running the ball and playing like that? And Marshawn Lynch was beast mode. You can't tell me that it ain't nothing personal right there. Well, this is what we got to deal with. See, when black men make it, we make it for real. We really got to make it. We against all odds. And we're supposed to be the land of the free and, all this. And that don't exist. But let's get back, though.
So with him.
Hey,
she with it. There you go.
With
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's talk. If you want to talk real, hey, bro, I'm seeing you. Look, bro, boom, I send you. That's different from a motherfucker guy. All the motherfucking red-skinned cheerleaders, topless, and sending them to.
Oh, yeah, I want to say something else. Also, I was talking about the Detroit Lions. The last time the Detroit Lions been to the playoffs is when we had the black coach. I forget his name. But we was in the playoffs with him. I think we made the playoffs twice when he was the coach. And they fired him. And then after that, they hired... What's this?
All the coaches. What you talking about? This is down there like goddamn.
How you fire a coach after you make the playoffs?
We keep talking about.
Let me get through right quick. In 2021, they just locked up what's the Kelly. Bill Cosby. What's the white man they just locked up? Who killed himself?
Epstein.
Epstein. That's way different than what me and you sitting over. Hey, shit, we got it. Don't even say it. Just say da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know what I mean? That different than walk around at a facility and you done told these folks, hey, look, this your assignment tonight. That is not the same of us catching somebody across the street. But y'all that ain't even an argument. Yeah, it is. Because when you got an employee, bro, employee, that means that she works for you. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. They're like, say you have. I know what you're saying. Listen me out.
So the circumstances is drastically different.
You tell her, hey, da da da, da 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 da, yeah. Boom, boom. Chill out. To all the coaches. Yeah, that sound like that.
But that's what I'm saying. No, I get what you're saying. But here's the thing: it's
employee.
But here's the thing: whether it's email, and this is why.
They even go to Pornhub and send it to him. Hey, bro, look at this Pornhub.
And the funny thing about what Pat talking about, you know what they had to do? Dan Snyder had to pay $10 million.
Yeah,
to do it.
And we didn't hear about this for how long? This was 2007 or 10, whatever.
2010 up to 2018 plus.
This is the point. Is that Jon Gruden has been the main face of a number of teams. He worked for Monday Night Football, the Buccaneers, and the Raiders.
They just let us have him, and that's it.
His email showed racial bias, so misogynistic bias, saying that women should not be referees, and showed anti or homophobic.
How y'all feel about that? Women being NFL referees? I feel like the NFL, man, it should be a man's thing. And I hate to say that, but I don't hate to say that because some things are just made by men for men. And that's just the way it was made. And women feel like they automatically should be entitled to something that was made for men. You know, and I'm not saying it shouldn't be, it's not equal, but it should be equal in a sense of, you know, women can create their own sport, their own league, and you got all the freedom to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got everything, but what happens is women, the men start the whole sports world, right? Basketball, NBA, football, everything, and grind it out from the beginning, and then when they get big and turn into this big old ball of success and all these millions flowing through it, and then here come women, and what they do is they tell you that they better than you at it when you created it. How you gonna be better than me at something that I created? If you're gonna be better than me, then go create something. And when men express this, and this is the way we feel, there's not nothing wrong with it. It's just the way it is. Because if it was for women, then it would be women in the NFL playing football. It's the same thing with the NBA, WNBA. You got women in the WNBA thinking they deserve the same amount of money as LeBron James. That's just blasphemous. But that's another subject. Let's get back.
Slurs. So when you see him tweeting or emailing or just his mind frame of a man that's running an organization, a $1 billion organization, he's running it, and if you put that into words, only white heterosexual males are capable of doing a good job because he doesn't like women, he doesn't like homosexuals, and he doesn't like blacks. Right. But he's working in a company, working in an organization that
employs
has
blacks,
homosexuals,
and blacks,
and multiple races working in it. So, what decisions did he make?
That's
what decisions did he make
influence the infrastructure of the whole thing?
We talk about the Rooney Rule. That they were joking about the Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule, everybody jokes about it. Jon Gruden laughed at that, and he called DeMaurice Smith the Michelin tire lips. So big lips are a negative. Homosexual is a negative. Like, that's who is running this. And I'll end with this.
And they're smiling in your face.
Comfortable enough
to
send that to Bruce Allen. Bro, think about that. You feel comfortable enough to email another NFL team these racist, misogynistic, homophobic emails, and you felt fine with that. That's what gets.
Let me put everything in perspective. Right, we in 2021. Right, how many black head coaches we got in the NFL right now? Four, right? How long we done had the Rooney Rule? Forever, right? It's to the point now, let me tell you why, there's a lot of people in the NFL in higher positions or positions of power that really feel the same way Gruden does, which is why the rest of those emails ain't coming out. They got it to the point in the NFL, people at home stay with me now, where they have to incentivize teams to hire black folk. We have to incentivize, we're going to give you extra and help you build a better team if you hire a black person. That's what we're still in 2021.
2021.
What does that tell you? We don't need emails to come out. It's right there blatantly in your face.
They don't want to hire black folks.
And them emails ain't coming out.
Am I wrong?
You don't think so?
Are we wrong?
You don't think so?
The only reason I think Gruden emails will come out.
That made me want to not watch the NFL.
We ain't talking about nobody else.
I don't think they are.
Gruden emails
I don't
come
think
out.
that, like, for instance, they was talking about the other report. They ain't gonna go back and pull what he said.
They need somebody to fall on the sword. And they use Gruden.
So,
That was Gruden.
Gruden was the dickhead. We're gonna stick it to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, man, Joe.
The Michelin tire thing wasn't really that big with me. You know, I'm just gonna be honest, because I done caught a lot of white folks. Am I right?
See, that's what I'm saying on the personal emails. Like, everybody talk how they talk, and that's just the way it goes. Like, you got homeboys that's gonna call, white homeboys, vice versa. You say, "What's up?" Like, that's the way it goes. So that's
White boy call it. White people. White guy can't
but that's
call
on
me.
a personal email, whatever the situation is. I just
how
feel
long, how
like
cool we are. You
they got their man. He's whatever the collateral damage was in that investigation. They got their man.
But they're men.
And that's gonna take.
It's a whole bunch of
that.
650,000 emails, and only Gruden is the only one.
But that's what I'm saying. Gruden makes 100. They signed Gruden to a 10-year, $100 million
guaranteed.
Stop it.
Stop
it.
Had a 10-year
After
deal.
they pay taxes and wipe their ass, they got 10.
What has Jon Gruden done to get a 10-year deal?
So that ain't. They got who they want. That's nickels. They gonna protect the big bags. I ain't know all the owners coming out. Y'all know how they feel.
That's the case. The owner of the
That's just what it is.
Racism.
Bruce Allen. They talked about him
because you know that.
But this is all speculation. But at the same time, they got who they got, and the rest of that is gonna get buried.
Racism.
That's my opinion.
Racism, homophobia, and misogynistic thoughts are never going to be thought. There's going to be people that do not like women in power, do not like homosexuals in power, do not like black people in power. That's going to be there. But those people cannot be owners and head coaches that are hiring people.
But they are.
I'm saying, this is the problem.
They are.
The Rooney Rule.
Let me tell you something.
The Rooney Rule is crazy.
Let me ask you one question.
What's that a black man to say he can tell these other black men to play pat? That's crazy,
out of all the owners, how many of you think that ain't racist?
Thank you.
You sound stupid as hell.
I would want to say what?
No.
I would want to say
what?
I done seen your right. Hit me with the left. But I done seen your right before. Hit me with the left.
Jerry Jones ain't racist. We know that.
I would want to say.
We know the dude of Boston ain't racist because we know what he's doing too. Now the rest of these You gotta pick him out now. I'm trying to tell you now. 90% of them, bro. Come on, bro.
I wouldn't bet money. I wouldn't bet money on any of them.
All right, I'm gonna ask you this. How many organizations you playing for?
Just one. Just the dog. Period. Wayne Hazinga, Stephen Ross.
That was your own.
I don't know him.
Okay. Discussion.
I don't know him like that. Because I was a hired gun.
I'm saying, you were the hired gun. You was the one, bro. Like, we've met the owner of Denver. I know you have, baby. It's Johnny Bowling. That's your boy. Johnny, yeah, we know Johnny. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you and Mr. Brown.
Let's get into the dog.
I'm not staying with Mr. Brown. Love, Tag can't do no wrong.
Football is a microcosm of society, and there's a lot of bigotry and racism in football, in basketball, in all sports,
in the world,
in all industries,
everywhere.
And 2020 highlighted that it's time for us to say no more. That's what it is.
What? We got a problem. We have a very small problem. The people,
wait,
listen to me.
No, I had somebody
listen, the people in positions of power, they don't wear the sheets and the hoods no more.
They don't.
They hold the gavel. They got the robes on.
Yeah.
They sitting with the shirt and ties on, sitting up high. We fighting the fight and we can't even swing at the running the show.
Why you so passionate about this?
I'm
Because no.
Because you're black.
No. But I'm just saying.
That's
strong.
Hey, listen.
That's what.
Listen. And then some people think like, oh damn, they just so we ain't mad about this.
No, you need to be mad.
Now. And we got a bag, so that's the good part about it. It ain't like we doing this to go get some money or get some clout. We are the clout. We telling y'all real deal motherfucking facts what's going on. But it is real right now what's going on. This is like at an all-time high. You know what I mean?
And they show
kids can't even go to school because
they show the example all the time, right? You have a white man, you have a black man. They get arrested for the same goddamn thing. You see how they charge differently? And you think it's a joke? They don't wear them up in hoods and sheets no more. It is blatantly in your face. They have to incentivize NFL owners to hire black folks in 2021.
Rooney Rule.
How do you fight that?
How do you fight that?
Yeah, that's crazy. In order for you to hire somebody black, they got to pay you extra money. That's just racist. That's outright racist. And you know what? Like I said earlier, I'm from Detroit. You know, so unfortunately we watch the Lions, and that's how I feel about the Lions. I think they're racist, and I think that they don't really care about really winning. You know, they just want money. Them Fords, they don't care about. They don't care, and they racist. If I've been watching the Lions for so long, and they don't have certain kind of players on their team. They only get, you know what I mean? Like they had Ndamukong Suh, but they let him go because he was too much. He was too much of that real good thing, you know. But they like guys like Barry Sanders, nice little black guys. You know what I mean? They just had Calvin Johnson, nice guy. No, they don't like that. They don't like those. They don't like those real manly the manly black guys. They don't like that. We've never had none of those people on our team. Never. We've never had that. That's why we don't win. People are like, why the Lions don't win? Because the owners are racist. The Fords are racist and they don't really care. I don't really watch the Lions no more, man. People are like, you want to watch the Lions? Yeah, you want. I'm watching no freaking Lions. I'm not watching no Lions. For what? You should see these people in Detroit, man, downtown, man. Selling out for nothing. Can y'all believe the Detroit Lions tickets be selling out? They need to stop buying them tickets. That's a whole other thing, man. But you know, I see it in Detroit when I watch the Lions. It's too white. And I hate to say that I'm not racist, but you need to be more diverse. You need some black men in your organization, some strength, some power. You need to hire some people who are going to be respected in the eyes of these black players, because these black players are like the best players. You need somebody who they're going to respect if you want to win. The Lions never do that. And the black coach we had, Jim Caldwell was his name. He was a nice guy. He wasn't, we used to get robbed. I know the Lions get robbed and all these whack calls. He was just a get along, go along guy. You know what I mean? You see it. I see it when I watch the Lions, man. That's a shame, man. They got to incentivize people to hire black people. 2021. Making fun of the Rooney Rule. Listen, that's it for this video, man. This made me sad, made me mad a little bit, man. NFL's racist. I been knew that, but it just came to the light. You know what I mean? That video, the audio I just played, that was from I Am Athlete. Their take on the Jon Gruden thing. I wanted to go to them talking about it because they're former NFL players. They were there. They were around it, so I just kind of wanted to hear them talk and kind of go off what they were saying, man. And just give my opinion about some stuff that we've seen and I've seen, in the NFL. I remember, I don't know if y'all remember, there was a linebacker named Bill Romanowski. Bill Romanowski spit in somebody's face, and it was the most disgusting thing I ever seen in my life. And it really wasn't any really repercussions for him. I think he got suspended a couple of games, but that was it. Really, he wasn't. And then it was I don't know if this guy played for the Eagles or the Dolphins. It was the Eagles. I think it was the Eagles and the Dolphins. It was the Eagles. Racist guy. He was a receiver, I think, a few years ago. Nothing happened to him. He was in the locker room saying racist stuff, and nothing happened to him. They didn't fine him. They didn't suspend him. They didn't do anything. And I believe it was another guy. Played for the Dolphins. Nothing happened to these guys, man. But if we react and do something crazy, people think there's something wrong with us. Listen, man. Thank y'all for watching this, man. Please hit the sub button, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. Be back with another video, man. Peace. Thank you for tuning in, brother. Much love, and stay up.